Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation life energy coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program, and nobody spends as much time with and on their clients like I do. True story. All the information from me is below. If you'd like to be in coaching with me, there are two packages available. One is called the Signature, which I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me, and in which we meet 3 times per week. This intensity is necessary to really start examining your history, your belief system, and really attack the system that doesn't serve you in an intense way so we can really change it. And when I mean attack, I don't mean in a violent way. I really just mean that you're really getting to work finally on examining what it is that bothers you, what it is that isn't working, okay? So in this package, 2 to 3 months, this is enough time for me to cover my coaching program. Some people stay on longer because they feel they need to. And in this case, I rearranged the coaching setup specifically for this person in some cases if needed, okay? So it might not look the same, but every person is individual and I accommodate and I make it custom. The other one, which I recently kind of included due to popular demand, is called On The Go. So in the signature package, you get 12 sessions. In the On The Go, you get 7, all right? So it's a big difference. However, it's for a person that is literally on the go and can accommodate sessions twice a week for the first 3 weeks of the coaching, and then one session the fourth week. Now, since this is a new package, I have no estimate as to how many months it might take you. This is why I recommend the signature coaching. However, you will still be able to go through my coaching program, much like everybody else, and derive the same benefits, provided always if you show up to work willing to accept certain things that previously you were not able to. Let me guide you, let me show you what's needed to do, and take my guidance. Quite frankly, every person that has succeeded. In order to be in my coaching, you need to pre-book, which means pay for the first month. I don't insist on people paying for all 3 months. No, I don't. Some people do that because they just want to stay committed to the process, which is fine by me, but you don't have to. And you need to sign the coaching agreement by hand, print it, date it, scan it, and send it back to me with your availability for our first session, okay? Now, tomorrow we're having a live. It's called From Shed Show to Fairy Tale is Only One Step, and we'll discuss all of that. And you're not going to want to miss this because I'm having a special guest, none other than our Cat V is going to come on. We're going to discuss many things. Kat V is going to tell us her story, very inspiring, what she's been through. She's been on my channel since I've started, literally since I've had like, I don't know, 20 fucking subscribers 2 years ago or something like it now. So fun. No, actually more than 2 years ago now. And it's going to be a fabulous time. Everybody still will be able to, have their questions answered. I'm just going to have a counterpart, and it's very exciting for me. Okay, I gotta tell you that, really exciting. And you know what? If anybody else wants to come on my live, I'm completely open to that. If you've got a story to tell, how you've benefited from my coaching or from just listening to my channel, I also welcome the reviews. That I've decided that I'm going to do this. I want to inspire as many people as possible. I want them to understand what I do here is very different from any other coach. It just is. It's not me bragging. It's not me, being a narcissist. It's just the truth. The more I hear it from people that just, some of them tell me, and this is maybe completely, unexpected for some of you, but some of them tell me, you know what, you're not giving yourself enough credit. You should really tell people that you're changing people's lives. So this is not coming from me, this is coming from my clients. Okay, so what I do here is something very special. Why? Because I do a deep dive with every single client of mine, and I'm really not so much just interested in bringing back your SP, which of course I am. I mean, you should have anything you want. Absolutely. But I'm more interested in you, and I'm interested in every aspect of your life, and I help you revolutionize your life, which is my trademark word, by the way. Um, to help you really revolutionize every aspect of your life so you can continue this revolution year after year after year and sustain it and maintain it and live out the happy life. So if you've got anything nice to say about my channel, if you've just been listening, if you've just or if you were in my coaching, I'm not going to ask you person to person, but I hope that you will find it understandable that this will inspire many people in terms of this is how it's actually supposed to be done. That a shift in consciousness is actually a shift entirely. If you're shifting in consciousness, you're shifting entirely into another dimension, into another parallel reality, into another parallel timeline. And that's a huge deal. So if you want me to post your review, you need to email me verbatim what you want me to post. I don't want to alter anything. I know that other coaches write their own reviews, which is embarrassing as fuck. I don't want to do that, obviously. I want for it to come directly from you. Okay, so the topic of discussion today is bringing your SP back with specific energy. So I talk about energy quite a bit, but this is what I want to describe to people today who perhaps are struggling in this department, don't know what to do, watching 300 million videos on YouTube, too many cooks as usual, too many distractions, no real direction. So understand that you created this scenario, this, with your SP, you unmanifested them out of your life, you manifested this specific version for some reason to show yourself something, and then you proceeded to unmanifest them. In some way, it doesn't really matter what happened, but the very situation at hand was created by you, okay? For some reason that you maybe don't know, maybe you do. But it all has to do with energy, the kinds of thoughts, the kinds of energy, the kinds of interpretations, okay, of what happened, the kind of resentment, the kind of anger, the kind of guilt, the kind of blame, all of that really incorporated into your manifestation. And now you find yourself without your SP, okay? Now, first things first, there's a reason why you did this, like I said, and it's a good reason. Okay, everything that happens really serves your purpose. So nothing really went wrong in that sense. So I don't want you to, blame yourself for anything, actually. That you're coming off of your old belief system, and this is why you're creating certain things that you're not consciously aware of creating. That's another conversation, but that you are doing it is a fact. Okay, so right now, right here, you may still be under the influence of your old belief system, and you want to get out ever so badly. And I understand, but understand that the first step is acceptance. The first step is, I accept that this is my old belief system that drove me fucking nuts to the point of creating this shit show. All right, and we'll discuss in detail what it takes to go from shit show to fairy tale in life. But here I want to say to you that the first thing is acceptance, and really to calm down and understand that you energetically need to change in order to see a different result, period, whether that's your SP, your money, your whatever, towards that something. Whatever you do energetically towards that something is everything that matters. So energetically becoming aware what it is that exactly that you did to unmanifest this person or to manifest them in this way is the most important topic of the day. And this is why I really ask for you to be completely open and honest in my coaching. There's no need to hide. Okay, some people don't hide, but it takes them a little bit to uncover the very reason to really realize that they're still angry, to really realize they're blaming themselves and all that jazz. But that you really need to examine this is paramount. There's no other more important subject here. Why? Because once realize what you've been doing, you can start correcting it. Okay. And that will bring about a whole other different energy. But don't be mad at yourself for being where you are. It's a process. There's a process from really being resentful towards somebody to forgiveness to then letting go and on purpose choosing to wish them well at the very least, or choosing to now love and adore them and knowing what to expect. They're going to love and adore you back. It's an echo, right? In other words, very simplistically put, if you're not feeling good about your manifestation right now, if there's doubt, insecurity, fear, some kind of a detox needs to take place. And this is what I offer in my coaching. It's a conscious detox of the mind and of the soul. All of this ugly stuff, all of this dirty stuff, all of this uncomfortable stuff, it has to come up and you have to deal with it. What do I mean by that? You really have to rethink how you're going to think about things going forward. And in doing so, you're shifting yourself. You're making choices now completely deliberately towards your manifestations, and thus your energy changes. It is a process. It's very simplistically put, like I said, but as long as you're feeling bad about your manifestation, regret, remorse, blame, etc., no way is it coming to you. Just no way. And so the specific energy has to be aligned with your desires. In other words, don't wait for this person to come and apologize to you if you're still feeling resentful. There's no way. Okay, you are going to have to, again, just like you did before by manifesting this version, you're going to have to work yourself into a new reality where you're able to forgive this person. You're able to be a different person now that is able to forgive and let go. A more benevolent one, perhaps, a more forgiving, a more flexible, a more understanding, more compassionate towards yourself, more loving towards yourself, more understanding how it's all happening with energy, with your energy. You gave life to this fucking SP and now you're complaining that they're not the way you want them to be. Now, I understand the human side of you doesn't know it, doesn't remember that you're God and this and that, but understand that you gave life to those manifestations. So in effect, you can't really blame anybody. This was just an experiment. So if you want to live out your life happily ever after for the rest of your life, you need to bring in a specific energy of love, of passion, of sincere and genuine interest in this person, not just to, check off some kind of a thing for your ego. You really need to be interested and wanting this manifestation. Not because they owe you an apology, not because it's revenge, none of this fucking bullshit. You really need to want this manifestation. This is not a game, in effect. It's kind of like, this is serious shit. You're choosing a partner. So if you think this is worth for you, and I feel like it's worth for anybody, even if you don't want that guy or girl anymore, for you to understand how you're creating. What a gift, I always say. What a fucking gift they gave you, this person, okay? So, in other words, if you were right now, in a relationship with this specific person, marriage, just a relationship, living together, whatever you want them to do, having kids together, blah, 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 what would the feeling be like? As Neville Goddard would say. How the fuck would you feel? Would you still feel resentment? Would you still feel some type of way about this person? Or would this be exactly the version that you wanted all along? Okay, take 2 now, or maybe take 22. I don't know in your case. I'm just saying, I heard all sorts of stories in my coaching. And how do the things progress now? What kind of feelings are you kind of engulfed in? What are you experiencing? This is the specific energy with which to bring back your SP. But again, it's a process to get there for most people, because chances are you have some trauma panorama, even from childhood, even from adolescence, or even from college years. Whenever it happened, it affected you so deeply that now you're creating the shebang that you experienced before over and over again. It's high time you stop this reproduction bullshit. Okay, and turned yourself into a magician who uses their feelings on purpose. And understand, your feelings, your emotions are fucking powerful as shit. So if you're feeling a certain type of way and you don't even realize what you're feeling anymore, you've been feeling it for so long, start becoming aware. Open your eyes, open your heart, start deciding rather than settling for some kind of junk that it's not going to take itself out on its own. It's not just going to be like time heals. No. Listen, time heals. It could take ages. I'm not for that. I'm for you to really get this done in as short a period of time as possible. With the guidance of a coach, you could absolutely do that, because you have a guide who has already gone through that and who has already created that in their life on purpose. And I know how to guide you if you let me, just like I said. But it's paramount for you to realize that what you're feeling and what you're projecting, essentially, thus projecting on the screen of your space, is completely 100%, the equation is unbeatable. Okay, so again, becoming really, really curious and aware about what it is you're feeling and why is job one. You're not going anywhere. There's no affirmation, there's no trick, no technique, no blue, blah, blue, blah, 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 blue. No, nothing's going to help you. Trust me when I tell you, other than your own emotions and feelings and doing a deep dive into this, which nobody does. Nobody, even if they try to copy me, they're still not doing it correctly the way that I do. It's very important for you to recognize that something is bothering you. Okay, and it's okay. And most people that come into coaching to me are people pleasers. They're used to kind of like making everybody else happy before themselves, and if ever themselves. Okay, this is a completely different reality. Okay, you've been taught a lie. You need to make yourself happy first, so that then your cup runneth over, like in the Bible, and then you give the energy to your beautiful SP, to this, to that, and the other. You're the motherfucking golden Buddha. All rights reserved. What else are you going to come up with? There's nothing else going on. Nothing. You're the generator of this reality. You're the generator of them coming back, not coming back, money coming in, not coming in. It's all up to you. The transference of energy is real. It's all that there is, as far as I'm concerned. This is how I manifest effortlessly. This is how I've been manifesting until I really kind of sat down and created this coaching program and created a way for people to really understand, like literally spoon feed them. This is how you do it. Okay, the transference of your energy is all that there is. So how much of what you're feeling is authentically yours becomes the question, the number one question in my coaching. Or are you regurgitating other people's beliefs, other people's trauma panorama as your own? That's another huge thing, okay? And the second thing is, once you're able to work through the trauma panorama of somebody else's, of your own, all of that junk, really, experience a deep dive and a cleanse, and really start making decisions what it is that you really want, right? You're going to have to sit down at some point in my coaching and ask yourself, what do you accept as indisputably true? And that is what's shaping your world right now. What you never argued against, what you never questioned, what you never reworked, revised, rethought, reinterpreted, all of that. What is undeniably true to you? Just as a given, perhaps. Perhaps somebody told you. Perhaps somebody guided you in the wrong way, etc., etc. It's time to rework that. Because when you're going to start deciding on purpose what it is you want to believe, you're going to notice a shift within the universe confirming your decisions. In other words, there are no rules. Okay, there are no rules what kind of SP needs to show up to you. You are going to decide the kind of SP that's going to show up to you with a specific selection of energies. Energies are attached to your decisions. So let's just say you wanted a brand new SP, the second version that is, not brand new, but a brand new in terms of they've never been like this. And you're deciding for them to be completely different than they were before in whatever manner. Whatever they said to you, they're not saying to you anymore. They were a playboy before, they're faithful and loyal, like to the dying breath. Okay, I've seen that in my coaching, seen that in my own life, actually. You want them to get another job. You want them to get more money. You want them to divorce. You want them do. And by the way, that is not, kind of like overstepping anybody's free will. You get to create whatever you want to create in your reality without hurting anybody. You're going to have to come up with a different narrative. The different narrative will play just as well as the old one played that wasn't beneficial to you. So your construction of your new reality, the specific energy will go into it and now produce, take two, a new reality with this specific person, and you won't have to chase this person. You won't have to text them nonstop. In fact, you probably shouldn't do that anyway. But you will create an ambience of a completely different kind, where you are the king to them, where you are the queen to them, where they see nobody like you. But it's now orchestrated specifically and on purpose, rather than completely relying on the drama, trauma, panorama belief system to create a fairy tale for you. It doesn't go like that, my darling. It just doesn't. It's complete craziness to think that you could do that without actually examining what you need to change. And the last component of, and this is, I can expend this for 3 hours, I can go on, but I don't want to make this too long. The last component is to know that you have the counterpart in the universe, that all your decisions are going, the good ones that is, are going to go out, and just like the old ones, they're going to create a reality. So you might as well accept that this is possible, because the final step, is accepting that this is possible for you, that this is in fact what was supposed to be playing all along, but you got sidetracked. We all get here on planet Earth. We're supposed to be these magicians and really create magical stuff, but we come in with a certain situation that we need to live out first. Everybody's got a plan. They choose their, parents. They choose their country situation, blah, 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 the kind of situations that you will go through. And that's a given. You can't change that, right? You went through that, you're here now. So instead of carrying that over into the new, into the future, understand this was just your ticket to Earth. This is what you chose. You were thinking that you were going to transcend that, to overcome that, and then become the magician. So this is exactly whatever your age you are, wherever you are in your process, this is exactly what is happening now for you if you're in transition to your happy, magnificent life. Referring to the drama, trauma, panorama as an excuse why you can't do something now, it's completely optional, okay? If you want to do that, you can do that all your life. But to transcend that and to start creating a completely different reality that has never been before in your life, perhaps, this is the stuff that you're made of. This is what you're here to do. You're not doing much in the physical, but you're doing a lot in the invisible. So getting to know this invisible counterpart that is orchestrating the entire fucking universe in your favor. If there's a law that needs to be passed, it will be passed. If there's, I don't know, whatever needs to happen will happen to arrange things in your favor, just like that. But because you're coming in now, not with anger, not with blame towards yourself or others and this and that, you're coming in with pure, clean slate. And now you're like, now I'm ready to rumble. Now I'm ready to play this game the way it was supposed to have been played. Okay? And then you can make them fall in love with you all over again. You can fucking, I don't know, they can drool all over you. You can do whatever you want them to do. You serenade under your window, helicopter into your house, whatever, propose, you name it. I'm so serious. I'm not just saying that, you name it. It's completely possible to you. That you don't know that it's possible to you right now is another story, like I said, but it is. This is your divine right. This is just what you came here for. So claim your fucking right to deserve to have everything that you want to have. And of course, there's no way to be a master magician but by being delusional. So of course, as always, there's a dose of delusion that is necessary to create something new. But you know the fun part of it? Again, the universe mirrors that. It mirrors any fucking delusion you may have. You can have any kind of delusion, the negative ones, and they will come true. But wouldn't you rather have the good ones? So dream up as big a dream as you want to have. Yes, of course, this SP can come back in 3 million different versions, but do you know that? And so arriving to this concrete, stable as fuck, like cement, I'm talking foundation on which you can stand for the rest of your life is what we work on in coaching, on transferring yourself to a new reality, new timeline where you believe that this is rightfully yours. Right now you don't. And energetically you're not ready. But to get ready, it's okay to take your time because what you're doing is literally pouring the foundation for the rest of your relationship. Because I'm just going on the assumption that you're not just bringing them back. You want them to stay. You want to have a marriage. You want to have a life. You want to have children. You want to have a whole shebang with them. It's not just for them to reappear for one lunch date or whatever, dinner date and this and that. No. We want the full fairy tale. So giving that delusion, in fact, it's giving faith. It's giving faith to the universe to work with, and it will deliver magic. Nothing short of it, because your energy is in sync, your requests are in sync, you're no longer doubtful, you're allowing yourself to step forward into your new future, into your new possibility, into your new reality. This is the ultimate act of self-love. I don't know what else you're doing if you're not doing this. When you reach the knowing that what you thought up in your head, that you constructed now on fucking purpose with that specific energy of love, passion, determination, acceptance, oh my God, miracles will happen. That is actually reality right now, even though temporarily unseen. You have no more questions or worries, and therefore the manifestation follows. Miracles will happen when you actually reach the knowing that what you thought up is actual reality right here, right now. Just saying, in this second, you could decide on something in a completely different way and using specific energy of your desired outcome, not the previous energy, which you have to become aware, just like I said, but this very deliberate way of creating, of completely putting in the energy into the manifestation, into the person which you want to experience later. It's basically like giving yourself the gift of something spectacular by manufacturing, by building this energy inside you first and then going to work, okay? It's just like artists. I myself am an artist, and I know one rule I have is I never work if I feel out of sorts, which is very rare, but when I have, I fucked shit up. All right. So now I have a rule, but that was ages ago. But now I always have a rule. I only work when I'm in sync, which is 95% of the time. But if I feel a little bit tired, if I feel a little out of sorts, I don't do the work. Okay, like this audio, I was going to record it early in the week, but I was mad busy this week, this and that, and I didn't want to be tired recording it. I wanted to give the gold that you guys deserve. So this is exactly how you work on your manifestations. Don't do it with anger. Don't do it with revenge, with resentment. That ain't going to work. It's going to not bring anything that you want. You'd rather calibrate your energy to the highest level that you possibly can, and then go to work on your manifestations. And now you know what to expect. Now you know the kind of version that will show up. Now you know what they will say to you or what they will do to you because you fucking instructed them energetically. Like I said, energy transfers. So when you're actually able to sit down and being honest with yourself, totally accept and admit to yourself that yes, I'm there, that's the time to create. And don't worry if you're not there yet. It's totally fine. It has to be fine. It's a process. You're a human being. You're not a robot to switch on the spot. It's a process, but it's a process worth having, just like I said, because you're creating a new foundation on which your manifestations will stay steady, like a Central Park motherfucking oak tree. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget the live is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and send in your reviews if you unless you already are rating it or sending it and this and that. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao, cacao.